This weekend we're at Kuala Lumpur for the Malaysia Grand Prix, and we're starting off with today's practice session. So sit back, relax and enjoy the action. So after the first race, how do you think this season will compare to previous years?
Well, I hope that we're in for a fantastic season. The Mercedes team have certainly come out of pre-season testing the strongest, which is all well and good, but it's the racing where the pace really counts. It's always difficult to predict, therefore, who's going to come out on top.
One of the biggest and most talked about changes for this season is the introduction of double points at the season finale in Abu Dhabi.
Well, after seeing Sebastian Vettel dominate the sport over the previous 4 years, I think they wanted to do something to ensure the final races still had something to play for. I'm not keen on this rule, though, as it feels a bit artificial.
Hello and welcome back to Career Mode. Today we are at Malaysia for the second round of this 2014 championship on the F1 2015 game. And without further ado, well, I would say let's get into the practice session, but literally nothing happened. So we're just going to skip right to the end of practice and go straight on to qualifying.
That's the end of practice, and it's Lewis Hamilton who was able to achieve the fastest time on the track today.
So Lewis Hamilton gets P1, Nico Rosberg in P2, Daniel Ricciardo and Sebastian Vettel, the Red Bulls, saw going 2x2 with the Williams, then the Ferrari, then the McLaren and Force India are the same, then it's John-Eric Verne and then myself just behind him. Only about 2 tenths splitting us two, which is pretty good against our teammate, but we're usually better in actual qualifying. So let's get straight into one-shot qualifying.
And welcome to Malaysia as we head into the all-important qualifying session. The drivers are raring to go, and we're just waiting for the lights to go green to signify the start of the qualifying hour. Last year we saw a wonderful race here in Malaysia, and I'm expecting another fascinating weekend to come here in Kuala Lumpur.
Well, there are at least 3 or 4 other drivers that could be strong contenders for a front row start tomorrow. So it's difficult to predict who will come out on top, but it's certainly going to be an exciting qualifying session today.
So let's go for qualifying here, one-shot qualifying. Last time we did really well and we got P9, so where can we get this time in Malaysia? As we're running down the straight, obviously you've got the cars who are fast in a straight line like the Williams, who are going to do well here on these straights as they have taken the lead, but Hamilton better in the corners. We're quite slow around that first corner. As you saw, we dropped down into P21, but now we're back into P14. Just going up through the gears now, up the hill, down to turn 4. Can we gain any positions here? We've been quite good in practice through this next section of twisty corners, so hopefully we can make up a few positions here. We're still P14. There we go, P13. Going up the positions now. Down to P10. Can we get into P9? Yes, we can. Yes, we're P9. Can we improve on that? As we go through the 2 right-handers, we go down to P10, but then back up to P9. As Lewis Hamilton is again P1 like he was in Australia. We're still P9, going down into this hairpin, quite a tricky corner. Quite easy to lose the back end by getting on the throttle too early. We're down to P10 now. Down into P11, but back up to P10. So I think that's where we should be aiming for. P10, P11, maybe P9, but we'll wait and see. Hopefully we can make these few corners. As we lock up there, that's going to lose us a bit of time. We're still in P10. Get the DRS open down the penultimate straight, coming up to the penultimate corner, still P10. Can we improve? We go down to P11, so we need to do something here in this last corner. Yes, we do. We're back up to P10 in the braking zone, but now we need to get on the throttle to get back up into P9, and hopefully not into P11. Oh, we're down into P11, unfortunately, and that I think is going to be our position. Let's wait and see. Yeah, unfortunately, I believe that we are P11 because our goal was P10. And he doesn't look very happy with that result.
It's been a mighty qualifying performance from Mercedes today, with both cars on the front row for the race tomorrow.
They're going to be unstoppable in the race tomorrow. That's if they can stay 1-2 by the end of the first corner, as there are some fast starters behind them.
So, Lewis Hamilton gets pole position. I think that's 2 races in a row now, with Nico Rosberg just behind him. Then Vettel, then Bottas, then Ricciardo, then Alonso, then Massa, Raikkonen, Button, then his teammate Magnussen in P10, just beating us by a 1/10 of a second, unfortunately for us. But I believe we've beaten our teammate. I believe he's down in 14th. Wait, we'll scroll down now. No, he's in 13th actually. So yeah, we beat our teammate once again in qualifying. And without further ado, let's get into the race.
Good afternoon and welcome from Sepang, where the cars and drivers are getting ready to start the Malaysia Grand Prix. We knew this was a track that suited the Mercedes well, but no one would have expected that Lewis Hamilton would have created such a gap to his rivals in qualifying. If he stays out of trouble and the car continues to perform, well, victory should surely be a formality.
He'll want to end this weekend on a high after yesterday's fantastic performance, but he's going to have a lot of competition. I doubt he'll be expecting an easy race, especially considering the teams around him.
It was a good win last time out for Lewis Hamilton, who will still be feeling buoyant going into today's race. He knows he's got the beating of the rest of the field as long as he doesn't hit any reliability issues with his Mercedes.
Well, Lewis can beat anyone on his day. His pace has been second to none at times. He just has a knack of finding those extra tenths which others can't. I'm expecting him to be particularly strong at the end of the stints today.
It's race time for the Malaysian Grand Prix, starting in P11. And let's have a look at the race strategy that they're putting up for us today. Any second now. There we go. So, we're going to go for the options. Yeah, we'll go for the options. Right, so here we go. Starting from P11, Kevin Magnussen just ahead of us in P10. Our goal for this race is to get P8, and unfortunately it's another bad start. A lot of wheel spin, then having to come off the throttle, and Hulkenberg's got us down on the start. And looks like Perez is going for a move. Yes, he has. Perez has gone down. We're going down into turn 1. Got both the Force Indias there, and we're going very close with Kevin Magnussen. Try not to hit him, and then he gets hit by Raikkonen, which hits into us. And now we'll go wide round this second corner. And Perez, that is, just comes straight in and barges us, and then we get a lot of wheel spin. But we're going round on the inside. Can we get him into the next corner? Can we get him? Outbrake him? Yes, we can. There we go. Outbraking Sergio Perez, giving Kimi Raikkonen a little nudge. Come on, Kimi, go a bit faster. And here we go, down into the next corner. And Perez goes back up or inside, but we've got him again. Yep, that's the move. Stuck right there. That's back up to P11. So where we started at the moment, we're going around Kimi Raikkonen on the outside, but we didn't have enough pace there to get round him. As we're going down into this hairpin, will we make a move? No, we won't. We're just going to hold on for now. Just hold on behind him. Let this battle between Kevin and Kimi just sort of sort itself out, and hopefully try and pick up a space in, well, in their little scrap that they're going there. Because we're still following through on the first lap, coming to the last couple of corners. No scrap happening between them at the moment, as we run a little bit wide, don't hit the apex, but we're still keeping Sergio Perez behind us. Is he close enough to make a move? I don't think so. I think he's a bit too far back. We're going down into the penultimate corner now, and it looks like Kimi Raikkonen's going for a move on Kevin Magnussen, which he does down the inside, puts Kimi up into 9th and Kevin down into 10th, but Kevin's got the slipstream for this next straight. It looks like he's going round, trying to go round the outside for the next corner. Will he make it? Let's have a look. Let's stay with this battle. No, he won't. No, he won't make it. Kimi's managed to stuck it in the inside, but Kevin will have the inside. No, he doesn't. He decides to back out of it and just stay behind Kimi for now. As we're going down, round past the first 2 corners already done. Round turn 3 now. Following Kevin Magnussen, trying to keep Sergio Perez behind us. We've got a sort of gap between them at the moment, between Kevin and Perez. So here we go. Down through this tricky section, but we seem to be quite fast. Well, faster than the AI through this section. Can we make a move? We're getting very close to Kevin Magnussen. It looks like we're going to go up the inside of the next corner. Will we brake later than him? Yes, we do. And we just managed to sneak it up the inside. What a fantastic move round there. As now we're coming down to the hairpin. Following Kimi Raikkonen now, trying to keep Kevin Magnussen behind us, which we do, and that move is stuck. And we're skipping ahead to the end of lap 2 now. As we lock up, go a bit wide, and gives Kevin the room to try and make a move on us, as he's looking like it. He's going down the inside on our right. There he goes. We're seeing pop up any second now. There he is. Now we need to outbrake him coming into the first corner, which we do, but he's still there. We need to remember that he's still there, given enough space, which we give him way too much space. We should see his car pop up again. So we go down, get the inside line for this corner, and that's Daniil Ricciardo. Daniil Ricciardo looks like he's pulled up. Looks like he's blown his engine, so that puts us up into P9. So it doesn't matter if Kevin gets us, we will still be in the points. But of course we want to get P9. We don't want to let Kevin through and just settle for 1 point. We want to get as much points in this race as possible, as Kevin is all over our back now. But here we go, going through this S's section, keeping Kevin behind us. Going through the 2 right-hander now, and we skip ahead to lap 4, where there's been a yellow flag incident just up ahead, and we're coming up with a massive bunch of cars. Now it's green flag, so that means we can go past these cars. As we go up into 8th, Jensen Button just ahead of us, and through that dirty air we lock up, go wide, hit Lewis Hamilton, and somehow they're getting a legal overtake on Kevin Magnussen, maybe because running wide just a little bit, so we let him back through, and that's let Nico Hülkenberg back through. But we're going to dive bomb him, get round this next hairpin, and we're back into P9 after Lewis Hamilton's. I'm not sure if he's out. It doesn't look like he's out. I think he's just gone wide, and if he can get back to the pits, then he can carry on and hopefully try and get a couple of points for him in this season, as he's going to need it to fight Nico Rosberg. So coming through, will we make a move on Kevin Magnussen onto this corner? No, we just settle behind him for now, but we won't get a very good exit out of there. And it looks like Nico Hülkenberg is very close. Will he try and make a move? Nope, no, not yet. So we're going around the last corner. We get DRS on Magnussen. Will we be able to get him into the first corner? Can we get Kevin Magnussen into the first corner? Can we do it? We'll have to brake really late to do it now. We're just not close enough. There's no point trying that, as Hülkenberg went for a move around the inside, but he backed out of it as well. So there's just no point. So we are still following Kevin Magnussen. If we can get close through braking into this next corner, we can have him in the SS sections, as we're very fast through there compared to the AI. So here we go. We are good. We are a good sort of pace behind him. We're going to follow him through this SS section now. Will we be able to? Yes, I think we will. Right up behind him now as we go around the outside. Can we make the move stick? He's still on our inside, I believe. We can jump through, so he's right up our inside. There's his front wing, and we managed to make that move stick, and that puts us up into P8 and Kevin down to P9. A fantastic move.
Remember, you can move the brake balance to the rear. This may stop your front tyres from locking.
So we've got quite a couple of cars behind us now. We've got quite a train behind us. We want to get ahead of them as soon as possible and try not to hold them up, because we're losing time through this battle with Kevin Magnussen right now. Kimmy's getting away, and that's not what we want. We want to try and get as much points as we go wide. Oh no, that's going to absolutely mess up our line. As Kevin goes past, there goes Kevin Magnussen. We hit the DRS sign, and a whole bunch of cars are going past. We've dropped down from 9th to 12th to 13th. Oh, that is not what you want to see. That is not what we want in this race. So now we have to make all those moves up again, as we're trying to go around the outside of Gutierrez. Doesn't work. We're just going to have to sell. We get DRS on him, but I don't think that will help us. We're way too far back.
Your pit window is now open.
So pit stop this lap. No, not close enough to make a move around there. As they're battling up ahead of us, which is good because they hold each other up, which allows us to catch up and hopefully make some moves on them. So we're following Gutierrez again through turn 3, I believe that is, and I believe this one's turn 4. If we can do what we did to Kevin Magnussen on the last lap, catch up through the braking on this corner and then try and overtake him in the next corner. So here we go through the S's section. Are we close enough? I think we are, because he's literally slowing down. Can we go up the inside? Looks like we're going to try it anyway. There we go, easy move on Gutierrez at the end of the day. And we just managed to slide it up the inside. Chasing down our teammate next in P11 as we skip ahead to lap 6. This is our pit stop. Here we go, coming into the pits now. As we've got the two Force Indias coming into the pits at the same time. That is a bad call from Force India. Absolute awful call, because Hülkenberg is going to get stuck behind Perez while he gets served. And then Hülkenberg will get served after him. But Hülkenberg is going to lose a massive amount of time to wait for Perez, as there they go. So that's an easy position gain unless the team absolutely messes up our pit stop. But here we go. What time is it going to be? It's a 2.4, which was a lot better than Australia, because I believe that was a 3.1. So like in Australia, Perez is ahead of us as we leave the pits. Both our tyres are cold. Can we catch him up? As we see, it looks like we're joining a whole bunch of well, not lap cars. They're on the same lap as us now, but they haven't pitted yet. So we've got Ericsson in the Caterham just ahead of us, and Maldonado, I believe, that is just behind us. As we lose the back end coming out there because the tyres are still cold. And Grosjean, as he's given the blue flag, just seems to stop right in front of us, and that's put us straight into the barrier. I don't have a clue what he was doing there. Not a clue. But now we're going to be chasing down Max Chilton as we're down to P17. That's not what we want. We're running in P9, maybe even P8, I think it might have been. And to drop all the way down to P17, that's just awful. As we're right behind Max Chilton now, we're just holding back because there's no point going for a move, otherwise we'll just take ourselves out and ruin our race completely. There's still a chance to get points at this moment. We just got to be patient and try and pick our way through these cars. So, trying to line up a move on Chilton and then Gutierrez, because they're very close. We could get both of them into the same corner if we choose our moment well. But here we go, round this corner, and then the next corner is a very tricky one. I've absolutely hated it over the years, but we're actually going up for a move on the inside, and we just managed to make it stick and not hit Gutierrez. What a great move that was. Bit of a dive bomb, but it paid off. So put up in the P15, but Gutierrez is right behind us now, and he looks like he's gonna go for a move into the next corner, especially as we run wide and locked up into that next corner. So down the last straight in Gutierrez's pit, so it's going to be Max Chilton who's going to go for the move. As he does, there he goes, Max Chilton. No, Gutierrez is on our left. He didn't go in the pits, he's just on our left. 3 wide, but we managed to come out on top as we brake later than all of them. Right behind Adrian Sittil now. Can we make it a move on him into the SS section? We're very good in the SS section. We like that corner. But here we go now. Going around turn 3 again, following Adrian Sittil into turn 4. Where there, that's good, that's good. Right behind him. He braked a lot earlier than I thought, so I had to sacrifice my line there, but I'm still a lot closer than him. Can we go around the outside of this first one? Yes, we do. Haven't made a move around there this whole race, so usually around this corner and then the end. So can we even get Grosjean and Bianchi into the next corner? Grosjean lets us through, but Bianchi brakes as well to let Grosjean through, and there's just some confusion between both of them, which makes us have to brake and then lock up and ruin our tyres in a moment. But we've gone past Grosjean, who is a lap car, and Bianchi, I don't know what he was doing there. He just sort of moved out, maybe because Grosjean was up the inside. He moved out to the right, moved into us, and then that person onto the grass. So now we're back down to 15. All those positions that we've just gained, and now we've just given them away again. So we're going to have to re-overtake Gutierrez, which we are going to do. Are we going to do it again like we did last lap? 2 cars in 1 corner again, 2 laps in a row. We go a lot wider this time than in the last lap. However, we make the move stick. It's just a case of, will they get us back on the DRS straight? No, they don't, as we skip ahead to lap 11, where we're following Bianchi now, so we must have overtaken Grosjean, which Grosjean finally letting us all pass, even though he's a lap car and has no right to be fighting with us. As we don't go for a move down that corner, we don't see it as well, we don't think it's worth it. Otherwise we just crash into Bianchi. We don't want that to put both our races done. But we're going up for a move on the inside of that corner, and we've hit Bianchi. Bianchi just got pinned and he span us around, so that's going to put us back down behind these cars again. How many accidents are we going to have in this race? We've just had far too many accidents. If we didn't have these accidents, I reckon we'd be running in probably P7. We would have been having a fantastic race up at the front, but unfortunately through all these incidents, my fault and the AI's fault, it's just put us down into P15 at the moment. But here we go, running around to the third to last corner, as it looks like Grosjean, being an absolute menace to me earlier, he's now held up Hulkenberg, and I can probably make a move on both of these. Obviously Grosjean's a lap car, so it won't matter, but if I can get Hulkenberg into the next corner, that would be brilliant, because that would put us back into P14 and move us 1 step closer to the points. There we go. Now following Adrian Sittil. Can we get him? We're going to try and get him through that. I guess if we brake late and catch up to him, we could get him into the SS section. No, we're skipping. to lap 12 now. Around the S's, yeah, there we go. They just seem to lift off quite a lot through that corner. We look like we're going to go for a move up the inside. Yes, we do. We do it again. We've done it so many times around there. That is literally the spot where we love to overtake on Malaysia. It's an absolute brilliant place to overtake. Now we skip to the final lap. Running in P13, closing up to Gutierrez, and then Bianchi's just a little bit ahead of him. Can we get Gutierrez on this last lap? That's what we want to do. Nico Rosberg wins the race because obviously Lewis Hamilton had that crash fairly early on. And that obviously ruined his race. But I believe he got back up into the points. I believe he's in P10 at the moment. As we go round the outside of Gutierrez, we don't make the move stick. Gutierrez has gone back round the outside of us. Going into this next corner, we lock up a little bit, get a little bit of a drift. The back end sticks out, but we managed to maintain it. Can we go for a move up Gutierrez on this corner? What a great move. I've never seen a move up there. That's an absolute fantastic move. Now we're going down to third to last corner. Here we go. No, second to last corner. Going down the second to last straight. John Byrne 4 places ahead of us, but the race is finished now, so there's no way we're going to be able to catch him up and overtake him. Bianchi just ahead of us. He's going to finish P11, and we are going to cross the line as we lose the back end there. In frustration, we're going to cross the line in P12 for a very disappointing race.
That's the end of this weekend's Grand Prix, and it's Nico Rosberg who takes the victory and now leads the Drivers' World Championship.
It must be a great feeling for Nico to be sitting at the top of the table. He's always been a strong driver, but with this car, he has a great chance of finally winning the Drivers' World Championship title.
Well, what a weekend that has been. Please join us next time for another thrilling instalment of this Formula One season.
So, Nico Rosberg wins the 2014 Malaysian Grand Prix. Mainly because Lewis Hamilton was out, but you never know, he might have won it anyway. We don't know because Lewis Hamilton crashed. He's not out, actually. He managed to finish P10, so well done for him. Let's have a look through the positions. Nico Rosberg came first, Valtteri Bottas second, Sebastian Vettel third. We finished in 12th with John Byrne finishing 8th, and that will do it for today's race and today's episode. Thank you very much for watching. If you've enjoyed this race, leave a like and don't forget to subscribe for more F1 content. Thank you and have a nice day.